Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another Top 13 on Collab Camerupt. This week we're going to be taking a look at the top 13 strangest Pokemon titles. If you want to know what that means, Pokemon, if you remember, if you look at the Pokedex entry, it says, Jigglypuff, the balloon Pokemon, that's their title. Now, most Pokemon have pretty average titles. They either describe it or describe some feature of it or something that it does, something based on the Pokedex entry, a move that it learns. But there are a few Pokemon that have bizarre titles, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at, starting with number 13. Now, if you take a look at Finneon, it's, a fish. Its Pokedex entry talks about sending light down stripes on its back and things like that, so you think, okay, maybe it was the fish Pokemon, or maybe the light Pokemon, the flash Pokemon, something. Its evolution, Lumineon, is the neon Pokemon because it also has flashing lights. But no, Finneon is the wing fish Pokemon. The reason why Finneon is lower on the number scale is because its back fins do look like wings. So I guess I can understand why it kind of looks like butterfly wings, but I don't know. I would think it would be better off being, the flash Pokemon, the light Pokemon, the butterfly fish, something like that. But no, it's the wingfish Pokemon, which is why it is number 13. Number 12. Dwebble is a cute Pokemon. It's a little hermit crab type thing. It's living in its little shell there, but its title is odd. It is the rock-in Pokemon. So whenever I see that, I just imagine Dwebble is, a little hotel owner or something. Maybe it rents out its shell from some sort of crustal landlord that, just says, okay, gotta pay up on this month's rent or you're out of here. It doesn't really look like it lives in an inn. We have the hermit crab Pokemon as Slowbro, so why can't Dwebble be a hermit crab? But no, it's the rock inn. Oh well. Number 11. Esper. Esper is scary. Esper is really scary. Just look at those eyes. It's a meme in and of itself. Which is why its title, the Restraint Pokemon, scares me. It doesn't scare me because it doesn't fit, even though it does not fit. What? Its description talks about how it could pretty much kill everyone around it, but it holds back. But no, what's it restraining? It's restraining its homicidal rage. That's what it's restraining. It should be the scary Pokemon. It should be the frightening Pokemon. It should be the staring Pokemon. Just look at those eyes. Does it blink? But that's why it's my number 11. Number 10. Milotic. Milotic is beautiful. Milotic is elegant. Milotic is deadly when you try to fight it during a versus. Sorry. Milotic is not a Pokemon that you would think would have a description like the tender Pokemon. But it does. It does. It's odd because you'd think that, its evolution is because it's beautiful, so it should be the beautiful Pokemon, the fabulous Pokemon, the something like that, elegant, graceful, but tender? It's not about being tender, it's not about being nice, it's about being beautiful. So that's why it's on my list at number 10. Number 9. Weedle. Now, Weedle is a poison bug. It's, some sort of caterpillar type thing that turns eventually into a moth. It's got a little knife on its tail. It's got a poison horn. It's got a big nose. But what is it? It is the hairy bug Pokemon. Now, I'm sure this is related to the caterpillar that it's actually based on. But if you take a look at Weedle, in any picture of Weedle whatsoever, there is not a single hair on that bug's body. You can't tell me that any part of that is supposed to be a hair. It has a nose, feet, eyes, a horn, a little stabby tail, and body segments. It is bald as Curly from the Three Stooges. There's nothing that you can even construe to be a hair on this Pokemon's body. So, hairy bug? No. That's why it's my number 9. Number 8. Swalot is a weird Pokemon. It's a thing, and it's poisonous. Its previous evolution of Gulpin, which eats everything also, is the stomach Pokemon. So you'd think, okay, Swalot would be the stomach Pokemon too. But no, Swalot is the poison bag Pokemon. What does that even mean? It's a poison bag. Why can't it just be the big stomach Pokemon? The poisonous stomach Pokemon. The poison bag Pokemon. Just look at that. Sure, it fits. But why? And that's why it's my number 8. Number 7. Mew. Mew is described as being an ancient Pokemon, one with genes that, are, one of the first, one of the oldest. It's used, it has a little bit of all the other Pokemon, which is why it can learn any TM or HM. And it's always ancient. I mean, the movie talks about how ancient it is and everything, but no, its description is the new species Pokemon. Sure, I can understand it's a new species because it was only recently discovered to still exist, maybe? Because it's not just fossil evidence anymore or something, but shouldn't be the new species, it should be the first species Pokemon. One of the ancient Pokemon. I mean, you have like Arch and Archeops, which are the first bird Pokemon. But this is not a new species. This is an old species, which is why it is my number 7. Number 6. Now, Wooper isn't so adorable. It is an adorable Pokemon, and if you don't know what it is, it's supposed to be like an axolotl or a salamander or something. It has little gills on its head, and it turns into a giant salamander with Quagsire, so I guess it's more of a salamander. So you would think that it would be the salamander Pokemon. But no, Wooper is the water fish Pokemon. It's not a fish, it's a lizard. Why? You have such an opportunity to just say lizard with your thing. It's not, you could just say the happy Pokemon, the rain dance Pokemon, the something. Just why would you say it's a fish when it's clearly not? And that's why it is my number 6. Number 5. Blastoise I've already talked about a few times in this. Blastoise is a fantastic Pokemon, but its description is weird. I mean, you start off with, tiny turtles, and it's a turtle or a tortoise or something, but no. Its description is the Shellfish Pokemon. It is not a fish! We've gone over this with Wooper just 20 seconds ago. Why would you classify a reptile as a fish? It's not. Yes, it has a shell, but you could call it the Shell Fortress Pokemon, or the cannon Pokemon or something. But why would you call it the Shellfish Pokemon? It has no fish-like features. Why? And that's why it's my number 5. Number 4. Here we are talking about Shuckle again. This is not the last time you'll see Shuckle in this series. Oh no, 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 no. Shuckle is some sort of worm thing, creature, turtle thing. But Shuckle is the mold Pokemon. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. It is definitely not mold as in, like, there's mold growing on my floor because the water spill has not been cleaned up for 3 weeks. No, because that is a type of growth of plant-like thing, and Shuckle is not plant-like, it is bug-like, and maybe it means mold, that it's, in a shape of something, like a rock mold, but that doesn't make sense because it's not formless and its shell is forming it. It should be like, you know, the berry Pokemon or something. I don't know, but it's just weird. Why? I have no alternative for this, but mold makes no sense whatsoever. And that's why it is my number 4. Number 3. Azurill is a little crybaby. That's just what its picture conveys. I mean, look at that thing. It's a crybaby. It evolves into an aqua mouse, which evolves into an aqua rabbit. So you would think, oh, maybe this is an aqua tiny mouse, or whatever it's supposed to be. No, Azurill is the Polka Dot Pokemon. Why? What is it? Sure, its cheeks are 2 little dots, and its tail is a circle, a sphere. But why would that make it polka dotted? What is it a single polka dot? Is that why? Like, why can't it be, you know, the crybaby Pokemon, just based on the fact that it seems to always be crying? I'm pretty sure it learns fake tears as one of its abilities. It's just, it's sad. It's probably sad because it's normal type, unlike what it evolves into, but that's its problem. It's not my problem, but that doesn't make it a polka dot either. It just makes no sense. Why? What is it about this Pokemon that tells you, look, I am a polka dot? Nothing. And that's why it's my number 3. Number 2. Now, Volibile is a Pokemon I don't like. Why? It has no dignity. It has no dignity whatsoever, and you can tell that mostly because of its title, the Diapered Pokemon. Yes, its egg is a diaper, and also if you turn it upside down, the eyes and the little heart turn into, and the thing turn into a skull, and that's kind of cute. But this Pokemon, I mean, Diapered really game? Sure, like, it actually makes sense out of all the other Pokemon I've said. I didn't say it was the worst fitting. This is the strangest. And here it's just the strangest because Diapered, like, it's not the vulture Pokemon, Volibile, you know, it's not the lullaby well, I guess that doesn't make sense, but it's not the vulture or something, but the Diapered Pokemon, really? It's weird. Why? And that's why you are my number 2. Number 1. Happiny. Happiny is, well, it's a baby Chansey, as you should know. Chansey is the egg Pokemon, Blissey is the happiness Pokemon. So what's Happiny? Is Happiny the training Pokemon because it takes a little training egg and it uses it to pretend it's a Chansey and that's how it evolves with the Oval Stone and things like that? Or is it the child, or I don't know, is it a child? Is it just a something? No, it's the Playhouse Pokemon. It is, what does that even mean? It's a playhouse? Does it play house because it's pretending to be a mother? I guess that makes sense, but it could be the motherly Pokemon. But playhouse, not 2 words, not playhouse. 1 word. It is a playhouse. I'm just imagining, you know, a Happiny with like little rooms inside of it and a little girl going up to it with little dolls and like sticking it inside of Happiny and saying, oh, I'm hiding home from work. No, it's not a playhouse. Maybe it plays house, but that's not what the title is. It's so weird. Every time I look at it, it's just the Playhouse Happiny, the Playhouse Pokemon. I can't help but laughing. It's just, it's bizarre. It's odd. It's weird. And that's why it's my number 1. So thank you all very much for watching the top 13 strangest Pokemon titles. Next week, I'm not sure what we're doing yet, sorry, but if you want to suggest something in the description, if you'd like to give me feedback on the video, please do so. I very much welcome and enjoy any feedback or comments or suggestions, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week for more top 13s and more on Collab Camera Up. This has been Sephiroth 4, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.